Is the housing market about to crash? In this video, I'm going to give you 6 reasons the housing market isn't about to crash. Hey, I'm Kevinhutty, a.k.a. Hutty Buddy. Welcome to the Hutty Buddy channel, where I give you a ton of information and tips about real estate. So are we headed for a housing crash? It's a fair question. So what's the answer? Housing economists agree that there is no crash on the horizon. We don't have a bubble, says Logan Motashimi, lead analyst at Housing Wire. We just have unhealthy home price growth. Duncan agrees that the sharp rise in home values, while unusual, isn't a sign of a bubble. It's hard to find an argument that says it will fall apart, he says. Housing economists point to 6 compelling reasons that no crash is imminent. So number 1, inventories are at record lows. The National Association of Realtors says there was just a 2.1 month supply of homes for sale, up marginally from February's 2.1 month supply. That explains why buyers have little choice but to bid up prices. And it also indicates that the supply and demand equation simply won't allow a price crash in the near future. Number 2, builders can't build quick enough to meet demand. Home builders pulled way back after the last crash, and they never fully ramped up to the pre-2007 levels. Now, there's no way for them to buy land and win regulatory approvals quickly enough to quench demand. While builders are building as much as they can, a repeat of the overbuilding 15 years ago also looks unlikely. Number 3, mortgage rates remain near historic lows. After hitting all-time lows in January, mortgage rates have risen a little bit. Freddie Mac's survey of lenders says the average rate fell below 3% last week. Low rates give home shoppers increased buying power. The Mortgage Bankers Association expects rates to rise to 3.7% by the end of 2021. That would crimp financing, but not home buying. We don't think it's going to move high enough to have an impact on purchase borrowers, says Mike Frattoni, the group's chief economist. Number 4, demographic trends are creating new home buyers. There's strong demand for homes on many fronts. Many Americans who already owned homes decided during the pandemic that they needed bigger places. Millennials are a huge group, and they're in their prime buying years. And Hispanics are a young, growing demographic keen on home ownership. Number 5, lending standards remain strict. In 2007, liar loans, when borrowers didn't have to document income, were common. Lenders would give mortgages to just about anybody, regardless of down payment or credit history. Today, lenders impose tough standards on borrowers, and those who are getting mortgages have overwhelmingly great credit. The typical credit score for mortgage borrowers in the 3rd and 4th quarters stood at a record high 786, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York says. And number 6, foreclosure activity is muted. In the years after the housing crash, millions of foreclosures flooded the housing market, depressing prices. That's not the case now. Most homeowners have a comfortable equity cushion in their homes. Lenders haven't been filing default notices during the pandemic, pushing foreclosures to record lows in 2020. And number 6, all of this adds up to the consensus: yes, home prices are pushing the bounds of affordability. But no, this boom shouldn't end in bust. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that like button. Give me a call if you're thinking about buying or selling in the greater Sacramento area. And don't forget to subscribe so I can update you on my new videos. Until next time, guys.